Hello everybody, so this is going to be a very interesting and I guess an emergency more or less release of what's happening in the web development and small business world, especially as it pertains to Google My Business listings. My Google My Business listing is a very important listing to have for small businesses because that's what makes you different from large corporations. Large corporations they have their own locations, but they cannot go and advertise themselves in a whole bunch of different places all at the same time. They actually have to spend money and build an office. If you are trying to compete with a large company, then you have a chance of standing out in the crowd using Google My Business listing. I've seen companies build their businesses that way. They would create a Google My Business listing and they will get a ton of traffic. They'll get a ton of clients. I mean, it works out really, really well for them. Now, what I have seen recently is crazy. It's disturbing. It's insane. It's out of this world. It seems like we're on another planet. What is it? And it is the lack of verification that Google is doing right now. Previously, when you were to set up Google My Business listing, and many of you might have known that when you were setting up your account, you actually had to get that postcard in your mail. So you would go to your Google My Business listing and you would create a listing there. They would send a postcard to your door and you would have to go log in back and verify that you actually received that postcard to prove that you're actually on the place. Now, what happened? I'm not sure when this happened, but something changed. You're not going to get a postcard anymore. Google verifies your business without a postcard. And you know what? I've just verified a listing for my business in a city that I never do business in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, right on top of another business. I mean, I just used address of Lowe's, and that's what I used, and I've got my business right on top of Lowe's business. I mean, that's just incredible. It's insane, and you can see that this has been approved and it's now showing up on Google Search and Maps. I looked into incognito mode. I still do not see it. I mean, this just happened an hour ago, so it's probably going to take like 24 hours for the thing to propagate through their channels. But I'm going to take down my listing eventually because, I mean, I don't work in that area. I don't want to misrepresent my business, and certainly I don't want to have my business sitting on top of another business. But look at this. This is something that I've created for just the sake to test if this is actually true. And it is true. I've created a business listing in somebody's other business, and large corporation. They haven't ever checked it. Look at this thing. Open hours, open 24 hours. This is incredible. This is like telltale signs that this is a scam. This is not a legitimate posting, but no reviews. I mean, no pictures, and they approved it. This is just incredible. So what does that mean? That means that this is a loophole. It opened up a lot of possibilities for scammers to get into Google My Business listing, create a bunch of different offices in a whole bunch of different locations, and advertise themselves in all sorts of different areas. How did I know about this? Well, the story goes that I have a client that called me and they said, well, they were complaining that my big Google business listing is not doing too well. We're facing crazy competition from other businesses, and those businesses are not legit, but they have their Google My Business listing. I'm like, what do you mean they're not legit? They have to verify through a postcard. And he said, well, I don't know how they did that. They actually have Google My Business listing. They've got like 200 reviews on it, some pictures. They got a phone number, but when you call that number, they grab a depository payment for the service and they never do anything. It's a scam. I cannot do anything about them, and I don't know what to do about those. So I looked into those listings, and indeed they have fake addresses. They've got fake numbers. Well, number is not fake, but it's a scam. And there's like 3 or 4 businesses that are ahead of his real brick and mortar business that actually does the work, and he's getting outcompeted by scam companies. So that's the reality that we face right now, and this is the proof, that Google majorly screwed up, like majorly screwed up. So all of you people who have Google My Business listing, pass this information to as many other business owners you can, because this is huge news. Nobody is talking about this. I see that spammers are already using this. They've penetrated the market and they're going to continue penetrating the market. What does that mean for small business? That means that our customers, they're going to be facing a lot of scams. Scammers are going to get rich of this. You know who else is going to get rich of this? That's going to be large corporations, because they've established their reputation, they established their spread, and they have captured market share. And people who are going to be misled by scammers thinking that they're helping support small business, well, they'll get burned once or twice and they'll go back to the large corporation, because that's there at least some reputation behind them. So it's small businesses that are going to get impacted by this yet again. So be prepared. That's what's heading our way. Spread this to as many business owners as you can possibly, because that's what's going to happen. Let your potential friends and family members know about this. Sometimes they're going to be reaching out for a local business, and it will be a spam company that has their Google business listing there. All right, so that's pretty much it. A little bit about us, WebAICA, web development. We do high quality web development and graphic design services. So if you need a web development or graphic design agency to help out with your business, we'll be more than happy to help you out with the web development projects. Thank you. Hopefully this was helpful.